The Water for All Partnership is an EU-funded initiative for scientific research and innovation for the water sector. Its goal is to tackle water challenges to face climate change, help to achieve the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, and boost Europe's competitiveness and growth to achieve a water-smart society. The Pillar D of Water for All, led by Water Europe, intends to demonstrate the efficiency of innovative solutions through the water-oriented living labs. This is a series of interviews to the frontrunners of water-oriented living labs that will join forces and collaborate in the next phases of the program. Enjoy the series.
Today is the 1st of November 2023, and we are doing the interview of HYGLO here in Helsinki in Finland. And Associated Professor in Hydrogeology, Kirsti Korkkaniemi from JJK, you are leading the HYGLO Wall. Welcome to this interview.
Okay.
And Nina Henriksson, you are team manager in JJK, and your role in this HYGLO Wall is to be part of this coordination and facilitation team. Welcome also.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's start with our first questions. And what are the innovative practices, technologies, and methodologies that you are using in HYGLO Wall?
So the HYGLO Wall, it consists of 10 sites, and which have been established into different geological environments during last 3 years. And I think one of the specialties is that we have local partners committed and involved in defining the research questions and monitoring needs as well, already in the establishing part. And the sites are different, and they support different research questions and environments, like in management of water resources, groundwater-surface water interaction, groundwater and carbon cycle, sedimentary aquifer, bedrock aquifer interaction or interface, managed aquifer results, mining environments, pristine environments as well. So different kind of environments and hydrogeological phenomena. The long-term focus of the HYGLO Wall is in hydrogeology and global change in subarctic and Arctic environment. And the target is and has been to establish research platforms to study phenomena connected to global change, such as flooding or droughts or extreme events, changes in snow cover and groundwater recharge, etc. So all the sites have been studied from hydrogeology and hydrogeochemistry perspective, and conceptual and numerical 3D hydrogeological models has or will be constructed in all sites, and there are some equipments such as observation wells, instant there, sensors, CDD sensors, multi-parameter sensors, which send online data using LoRaWAN telemetry. And this data will be shared with partners and stakeholders as well, and in future, hopefully, as open data near online.
Yeah, so you're measuring groundwater amount and quality.
Some quality aspects as well.
Yeah. So what are the social, economic, and environmental impacts and benefits on the local territory and the community of your wall?
So the Geological Survey, GDK, is running the HYGLO network, but we will have separate agreements with local partners. And in 4 of the sites, the partners are water companies representing local governance. And in 3 sites, university and/or the research station. And in some cases, company, municipality, regional governmental agency, in one case, even a local outdoor association representing citizens. So we have different kind of partners, and I think that the effect, local effect into the territory and either water supply or water management or the recreation, it's different in each side. And the partners can identify research questions and have access to the research results, and I think they get support from other partners of the network as well. So we will arrange HYGLO webinars. The first will be in 10 days, yes, and where all partners and collaborators have been invited in. And in future, I hope that we can also arrange open webinars or seminars for citizens as well, and increase the collaboration between partners and citizens in the territories. And because one of the main targets for us is now to be able to introduce the sites, the HYGLO wall, into the national and international research communities, and so this can act as a case study or research platforms in national and international research proposals where the local partners can be involved in.
Yeah, and because you have different stakeholders and users in different sites, so then I get this social impact and benefit can a little bit like a varied.
It can vary, but I think that the partners can also benefit this heterogeneous group of partners. So they probably, and we can as well learn how different kind of partners could be involved in all different sites as well.
Yeah, so you have no separated, isolated sites, but somehow also it's kind of like a community.
Yes,
then around that. Yeah. What lesson have been learned, and what challenges have you faced, and how did you overcome them?
One of the challenges we have faced is the conflict between openness and security issues. So how detailed information we can provide and share from the vicinity of the water intake plants, for example. And we are at the moment writing the technical reports of all the sites, and we have to discuss with partners, especially water companies, how to deal with the detailed spatial information, for example. So that's one challenge which we try to solve with the partners at the moment. And another challenge, it's more technical. So we have it's dealing with the collection online data. There has been areas or cases where extra antenna solutions had to be used and developed, and data storage as well as data sharing procedures are still under the construction, and they seem to be that development seem to be quite slow. So this kind of.
Yeah, so do you mean that you are trying to find a solution, or is it so that you have already found a solution?
In first case, we are discussing. I think we will find a solution, and in another case, it takes time. Yeah.
But the discussion is the key.
Yes, of course.
To overcome the challenges. What is the future vision now? And can you provide some tips or tricks for walls that are currently in the process establishment?
Our target, general target, has been to create active and cumulatively studied and developed and intensively monitored and studied living labs where all kind of local or international research can happen in multiple projects, hopefully in future. So I think there's also an opportunity to create an active network of partners. So around this HYGLO wall with stakeholders and citizens which can actively participate. So that's the future development area for us. So we already have a core partners, but we can expand this network of partners and activate them more. And at the moment, we are writing and signing agreements with the partners as well, and we will, like I said, organize some workshops or brainstorms for new ideas and to expand the network. And also, now we make at the moment a technical report of the sites, what data we have and what we collect there, and to be able to introduce these sites and use them in like a research proposals or in networking. But we also should think how we report the different project results and the share the good management practices as well.
Do you think that this agreement is the important process to engage in the stakeholders and users and partners?
I think it could be more important than we thought in the beginning. So there are a lot of things to discuss, like the continuity of the monitoring and also, of course, the financial solutions in future. Who could pay which part of the monitoring or additional monitoring, which could be hoped, and also like the openness of the data that should be discussed again. I think so, and publishing the data like as a research.
Yeah, so those are like an important part of this kind of like agreement.
Yeah. And there are, of course, we will share the data. So, and we are, GTK is part of the GSU project where this kind of monitoring data will be harmonized and collected into the European-wide maps. So there are this kind of questions dealing with the sharing data and the openness of the data, and then there are some research topics, of course, which we hope we can focus more in future in these sites, like the management of water resources in changing climate and managed aquifer recharge and water energy nexus. So these can act as a platforms for these research ideas what we have near future.
So do you mean that's like find this like a common commitment for research questions with the others that could help then to co-create something with your stakeholders? I'm thinking this like what could be like a tips to others who are like in the starting phase. So
I think that can and the role of the partners, I think that's big issue. So you can get the research questions or and show what is the main issue and the interest of the local partners.
Yeah, and actually in this point you have to get a commitment from the organization, like survey that they are in this, and they kind of promise that this will happen at least for some period before we can arrange the different kind of financiation here. So So it's important.
But we are extremely keen on starting the collaboration with other walls, then nationally and internationally, because I can see what the benefit could be in many ways, like understanding different kind of governance issues as well, but also from scientific perspective.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
For this interview.
Thank you.